prepare to explore a rarely told perspective of the Battle of Little Bighorn. What Major Marcus Reno experienced that day will challenge your understanding of Custer's final stand. From a desperate advance against overwhelming odds to enduring a night-long siege and a legacy mired in accusations yet later vindicated, this forgotten eyewitness account reveals the unvarnished reality beneath the legend. Stay tuned as we recount the shocking episodes Reno endured, moments capable of reshaping history itself. This gripping narrative demands your full attention. But before we dive in, please like and subscribe to support our channel and community. Marcus Reno was a career military officer who served in both the American Civil War and the Great Sioux War. He is best known for his role at the Battle of Little Bighorn, where he held a senior command under General George Armstrong Custer. Reno's actions during the battle were controversial, leading to a court-martial and his subsequent dismissal from the Army. Over time, however, his reputation was re-examined, culminating in a posthumous honorable discharge and burial with honors at Custer National Cemetery. Reno also wrote a letter detailing his own account of the battle, now a vital historical source that sheds light on the tragic day's events. After General Custer ordered an assault on the Indian village, we advanced roughly 1.5 miles. As we moved forward, gunfire erupted from multiple points. Facing overwhelming native forces, we dismounted and fought on foot. We withdrew to a hilltop where our horses and mules had been left. Taking cover behind bushes, the soldiers braced for defense. Around 5:30 p.m., native warriors launched a major attack, which we resisted through the night. At about 9 p.m., the attackers retreated, and we used knives, plates, and canteens to dig crude trenches. We remained undisturbed until 2:30 a.m. on the 26th, when a fierce assault from the native forces lasted until approximately 9:30 a.m. They also targeted our horses from a nearby hill outside our carbine range. Around 8 a.m., the warriors assaulted Colonel Bentine's position. One warrior came too close and was killed before completing a coup. With many wounded and no water nearby, urgent action was necessary. The closest water source lay 600 yards away, so Colonel Bentine organized a water retrieval party covered by a skirmish line. Tragically, 1 volunteer was killed and 6 others wounded. Still, they managed to bring water to the injured. Throughout the day, the native forces harassed us sporadically, but seemed to be pulling back gradually. I saw them ignite a large fire in the valley, producing thick smoke and dust, likely a screen as they retreated militarily towards the Bighorn Mountains, some 30 miles distant. Initially, I believed this movement might signal Custer's return. We were unaware of the grim fate that had befallen him and his men. The next morning, General Terry arrived with the devastating news of Custer's defeat. Colonel Bentine and his men were sent to the site, confirming the loss and identifying fallen officers. I was put in charge of Companies M and G, and Custer directed me to rapidly advance and charge, promising full support. This order came through Colonel Cook, the regiment's adjutant, and was my last instruction from Custer. Cook and Captain Keogh accompanied me briefly, with Keogh saying, "We're all going with the advance, and Miles Keogh is coming too." After crossing the ford, neither returned. I sent word to Custer warning of strong native forces, but pressed on, assuming he followed. Nearing the village, I spotted Indians maneuvering on my left flank. Realizing I was isolated, I dismounted and took cover, pushing forward to within about 200 yards before being overwhelmed by large numbers of warriors. To survive, I charged through them to the bluffs. Colonel Bentine and Captain McDougall later arrived with their companies and joined me. We found a hidden ford allowing safe access to the bluffs. Initially, I commanded only 112 men and 25 scouts. Had I not made the bold charge to the bluffs, my entire command likely would have been wiped out like Custer's. Our greatest mistake was underestimating the native force's size, at least 2,500 warriors, possibly up to 5,000. The Indians are famed for their exceptional light cavalry skills. I have seen many cavalry units, but Sioux and Cheyenne fighters are among the world's best. Captain Anson Mills agreed, having witnessed their prowess firsthand after being defeated by Crazy Horse at the Battle of the Rosebud. During Little Bighorn, Lieutenant Cook fought valiantly, staying mounted to the end after Custer fell, leading survivors and launching multiple charges against the warriors. According to Curley, a Crow scout and the only confirmed survivor from Cook's band, Sioux warriors repeatedly retreated before Cook's small group, which fought bravely until overwhelmed by numbers. After the battle, Reno faced harsh criticism, accused of drunkenness, cowardice, and incompetence. Nevertheless, he took command of the remaining 7th Cavalry following Custer's death. An official inquiry exonerated Reno, yet in 1877 he was accused of misconduct involving another officer's wife, resulting in a 2-year suspension. In 1880, he was convicted of assaulting a junior officer and being drunk on duty. These convictions led to his Army dismissal, despite efforts to clear his name. Reno died of cancer in Washington, D.C. in 1889. In 1967, a military review board revisited his case, examining original testimony and records. His discharge was then changed to honorable. Initially buried in an unmarked grave at Oak Hill Cemetery, Washington, Reno's remains were later moved to Custer National Cemetery on the Little Bighorn battlefield, interred with honors. As we conclude Marcus Reno's gripping story, one question endures: how much of history's truth remains lost, altered, or deliberately concealed? Was Reno a misunderstood hero caught amid chaos and scandal, or did his actions change that tragic battle's course in ways we still fail to grasp? The Battle of Little Bighorn is far more than a defeat. It is a complex puzzle scattered across time, awaiting our efforts to assemble it. What is your take on what truly transpired on that dusty field? Share your views below, and together let's unearth the secrets of history. The truth may be nearer than we think.